You're in the capital region of Maryland, you know, that or area around DC. You're tired of the traffic. You can't stand the people always around you. So you decide you want to move to your own little slice of suburbia outside in the suburbs, but only to realize it's too expensive right around in that immediate capital region. So you start looking in Southern Maryland. One of the first places you're probably going to see is Dunkirk, Maryland in northern Calvert County. Let me tell you some things nobody else will tell you about moving to Dunkirk, Maryland. All right, what's up? My name is Rob Schou here with EXP Realty in Southern Maryland. I'm here to help you make the move to Southern Maryland so much easier. If you're looking to move, make sure you use that contact information. Call me, text me, and I'd be happy to help you make that move. You can also scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and it'll schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me where we can talk about your home buying needs. And last but not least, if you have not yet, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content about moving to Southern Maryland. All right, so like I said, I'm going to tell you some things today about Dunkirk, Maryland that other people may not tell you. Now, I got a lot of this information from different sources online, including Niche.com, and I always highly recommend that you go to Niche.com and look up this information because it is a wealth of knowledge when you're moving to a new area. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so number one, like I said, Niche.com is great, and Niche.com rates Dunkirk number one in all of Calvert County for best places to live. And I can see why. You know, it's close to that DC capital region for an easy commute. It's got nice houses, big big lawns, and it's starting to get more and more shopping. And it also is highly ranked with the schools. So I'm kind of really encourage you to click on the link that's in the description below, and it will take you to niche.com, and it will tell you even more about Dunkirk. So number two fits in with number one. One of the really neat things about Dunkirk is it's growing. You know, that sounds like a not great thing, especially if you're trying to escape the capital region and get away from growth, but they're trying to grow responsibly, but there's more and more shopping coming to Dunkirk. You know, grocery stores, Harris Teeter, stuff like that that are going to be right there in Dunkirk for you, so you don't have to go as far when you're doing those daily chores. You know, it just makes it a lot easier to live there. Rewind 10 years ago, it wasn't like that. You know, there was a Giant in Dunkirk, some Wawas and a gas station and stuff like that, but there wasn't a ton of stuff to support the people that were coming down. But it's definitely changed over the last few years, and I think it's going to continue to grow as more and more people get comfortable with making that commute to Dunkirk. But also, the rise of telework a few days a week is going to make it so those lower home prices, the more space, and now more shopping opportunities is going to make it a really attractive place for people. And that's going to bring more shops. Number three, it is a close and easy commute to DC. Not only can you easily drive into DC, there's also commuter buses that will leave from Dunkirk and take you up there if you're one of those people that don't mind not having your car up in DC. Now, any commute around DC can be a pain in the butt just because of traffic, but once you get outside of DC and you start going down Route 4 and it's the wide open country roads, there's nothing better than putting down your music or putting down your windows, turning up your music, and then just enjoying your drive instead of being stuck in bumper to bumper traffic all the way around 270, you know, when you're living in that capital region. All right, so the number four thing, I've said all these great things about, you know, how there's a lot of stuff around Dunkirk now and it's growing. Look, I want to just say it right now. Dunkirk is still rural. You're going to drive around Dunkirk and in the middle area of Dunkirk and say, oh man, there's so much stuff. But you drive a little bit farther, you're in the middle of farm country. So there's farms, there's all types of stuff around there, which I think is nice because it's a change of scenery. You're not driving and then just seeing more buildings and more people and more, you know, shopping centers. You're able to get out and enjoy nature and enjoy the country right there in Calvert County and not really have to drive too far to do it. So number five, and we're going back to niche.com with this, I was really surprised when I was reading through the ratings on niche.com that Dunkirk was in the top 20 for places to buy a house in Maryland. It's actually ranked number 19 according to niche.com. And when you think about all those capital region areas and all that, you know, suburbs of Baltimore and even Western Maryland, for Dunkirk to be ranked number 19, that's a big deal. But if you go there, you're probably going to see why. It's a great place for people to move to, especially if you're looking for some more space. And now again, like I did before, I'm showing you Niche.com's ranking of why it ranked at number 19. So make sure again, if you want more information, to scroll down to those comments or to scroll down to the description and click on the Niche.com link, and it'll take you to that Niche.com page. Number 6, you may have already decided, hey, I want to move to Dunkirk, but I'm not ready to buy right now. I want to rent. Unfortunately, that is a hard thing to do in Dunkirk. 95% of the homes in Dunkirk are owner occupied. So 95% of the people that live in Dunkirk own their home. There's only 5% of people that rent. So if you're looking to move to Dunkirk, understand that you're most likely going to be in a situation where you're going to purchase a home. The likelihood of you being able to find a rental in Dunkirk is slim. It's not unheard of, and it's not, unattainable, but it's hard to do. All right, so number 7, the last thing no one is going to tell you about moving to Dunkirk is there's not a ton to do within Dunkirk. So, it is growing. There's a lot of shops. There's a lot of different things coming to Dunkirk, but there's not a lot of stuff to do, in Dunkirk itself. But you're central to everything. You're close to Annapolis, you're close to DC, you're close to Baltimore, you're close to Southern Maryland if you just want to, or to St. Mary's County and Solomon's Island, where you can just get out there and just, enjoy all the Chesapeake Bay has to offer. So while it's not like the center for all your activities, it is centralized to everything, and you'd be able to go to different places without much hassle, I think, especially on the weekend. If you're going to DC for the weekend and you want to go toward the monuments or something like that, you have family in town, it's a 30 to 45 minute commute in there. You're not fighting traffic. It's so much easier. And same with Annapolis, and even going up to Baltimore to catch a Ravens game or possibly an Orioles game as well. All right, so hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or need any help, or you're looking to move to Dunkirk, make sure you call me. Text me, whatever you want, and I'd be happy to help you make that move a whole lot easier. Also, you can scroll down to the first comment, click on the link, and it'll schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me where we can talk about your home buying needs. And last but not least, if you have not yet, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content about moving to Southern Maryland. Hope to see you on the next video.